Transparency, because I need y'all to help me understand how this shit work. Okay. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. All right, y'all. Don't mind me. I'm eating lunch, eating some Frito pie. But I want to talk about this cryptocurrency. I want to know how it really works. How does it work for the ones that y'all that is crypto geniuses, geeks? Explain to me how this shit work. Because I probably got the wrong understanding on it, because I'm thinking it's like stock. But I know it's money. But I'm just gonna let some people get into the chat. Yeah, Frito pie. It's Frito pie. I was like, shoot, we can talk about this while I'm eating my Frito pie. It is good. It's good. I make mine with ground beef, wolf chili, and pinto beans. It's Frito pie. It's almost gone. So Frito pie, ground beef, 2 pounds of ground beef. What is it? The big can of wolf chili, and a little can of pinto beans. And of course you cook your ground beef, and after your ground beef is brown and stuff, then you put the wolf chili and the beans in there together, and you let it cook. And then you grab your cheese and sour cream, some whatever it is in your Fritos. I'm not an onion person, so I don't put onions in mine. So, and then I got me some fruit punch over there. Like, let's talk about this cryptocurrency, okay? Yeah, I love chili Fritos. Chili Fritos is the best. But I don't eat chili Fritos with this. I use regular original chilies. I mean, original Fritos, but chili Fritos is good. My mom used to bake her Frito pie, but it would make the chips soft. You would have to put chips on top of it. I don't like to do mine that way. I like to do mine. Well, my kids don't like it that way. I'll eat it that way, but I understand what they mean about the chips being soft. So I make it this way for them. Okay, so that's done. Okay. Finish chewing this. Now help me understand, y'all ones that are crypto geeks. I need help understanding this. So when people are paid in cryptocurrency, is it something that they have to wait before they can like cash out? Does the money have to sit in the account for a while before they cash out? Because I'm thinking this stuff is like stocks, but maybe it's not. So if they get paid in cryptocurrency, are they able to cash out the money right there, then and then, or they have to sit on it for a while? Y'all go get y'all some, make y'all some Frito pie today. I promise you, you won't lose with Frito pie. 2 pounds of ground beef, a big can of wolf chili, and some pinto beans. Simmer your ground beef till it's brown, you know it's ready. Then open up your cans of your chili and your pinto beans and put that shit in there. You know, drain your meat, of course. Drain the meat, right? And then put your wolf chili and drain the bean juice. You don't want to put the bean juice in there. And then put it in there and stir that stuff up and let it cook about 15 minutes. But you got to stir because, unless you have a pan that don't stick. I have a pan that don't stick, so let it simmer, cook on low while all the ingredients is in there for a little bit, 10 to 15 minutes, and you good. And then have your cheese and your sour cream. And then if y'all like jalapenos or, whatever you like to eat with it, I just do sour cream. But, you can use jalapenos. You can use taco sauce to top it, whatever you want to do. So it grows in time. It can go up or down. So it's not something that they can just take out. It's tied to stock market. Okay. So the ones that, for example, because we get in a lot of readings that people been paid in cryptocurrency. So let's just say if they got paid in cryptocurrency years ago, it's just sitting there so they can't just take it out. You can cash it out at any time. Okay. So it goes up and down like the stock market. Okay. So do they have to sell it every time? Like, is it generated where you have to sell it like month to month, or is it generated where you have to like invest the bitcoins or whatever, the crypto, into like different stock things? It grows in time. So that's what I'm thinking. So they have to have it in their account at least, what, 2 to 3 years, probably even 5 years for it to really pay off. There's an agreement between parties, especially from the banks. So that could be like where it's saying the bank is included. You can do it every day, shareholders. So that's okay. So I have the right logic on how it is for stock. Okay, so I was not tripping on that part. So these motherfuckers possibly have like accounts right now where they just have a big, whatever they paid them, they just watching and seeing if it's going up or going down. And with they luck, since they got paid wrong, that shit probably going down. That would be the way that the universe would shaft these people that got set you up and got paid that way. Does it bypass the government? You have to have a bank account to trade it. Well, tell me, hey, it looked like a lot of motherfuckers is getting ready to pay you their crypto money, whatever account, whatever they got. It looked like it's getting ready to be yours. Yeah, I don't. So that I wouldn't invest in now. Stock, stock is a lot easier, right? Because again, you can get stocks from a company that you work for if they have stockholders, if they're a business, right? And I have worked for companies that where I had stock, and then when I left them, I did cash out, right? But that's the only thing that I know about it as far as that. I knew it runs like stock, but I know it's a little bit more complicated than stock. The government tracks all transactions. Yep, I figured. So there has to be somebody, like, let's say if the Mantises is looking at this and they're reviewing how these people got paid, I can guarantee you they're making that stuff plunge. They're making it all fall. I can see a person getting hit big time and they having so much in their account, and the next you know it got lowered dramatically. They have access. It shows on the system. What she say? Screen the entire 4 factors: low expenses, high dividends, yield good, 5 years, beats return. So that's why I said they have to have it, and they account for at least 5 years for it to play in their factor. Mm. Oh, superstar playing in the background. Your personal information is on there. I'm sure it is. Well, it looks like somebody sold themselves. It seemed like it's a lot of people, a lot of your enemies got paid by cryptocurrency, thinking that they was going to hit the jackpot and not knowing they really have to invest and sit in that account for at least 5 years in order for it to have a big growth spur. And then within that 5 years, it can dramatically get lowered. And so just think about everybody that set you up and got paid that. They could be upset and mad and trying to go after you because the fact that that money ain't painting, the money ain't painting a picture like they thought it would. But you could have somebody that do got a big old account of cryptocurrency and they ass is getting ready to have to pay you it. And then don't it cost more money for you to convert it over to crypto? Like they charge a fee for you to convert it over to crypto or switching it from crypto to cash? I think you have to pay a fee. There's a fee. They use cryptocurrency for everything. Mm. Yeah, that's why I said they use it to scam people. I know that it's not that safe as everybody think it is. Nigeria use cryptocurrency completely. They don't use cash dollars no more. Dang, that shit has to suck. I can't just imagine paying a fee on top of some money that I already got. Like that shit is stupid. Like, oh, that at the end could be very hefty depending on how much money you using and transferring and whatever. My thing with the paper money, bro, they can make as much bullshit about how the paper money don't got no value and none of that. It's a piece of paper. You created it. You can print out as many as you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like they make that logic up to lie, to make it seem like we have lesser money than what we do. But it's a fucking paper. You can print as much as you want. So how is the value of it changing? That's the part of it that I don't understand, because you created it. Remember, we didn't have this stuff. You created money. So how is it not of value when all you doing is running it through a fucking print machine? That's all you doing. So for you to say, make a big deal and say that, oh, it's not have high value and all this other stuff, but you created it. Now, okay, if the trees and stuff, we getting less trees and all that stuff like that, I can understand then, you know what I'm saying? But no. I think they want to just confuse everybody to hide what exactly it is that they're doing. Somebody stressed out because they getting ready to lose their money. Now the gold, now I can understand that you melting all the gold and stuff. Of course, half of the gold supply probably gone, but then again, it's not. You got to think about how much these people have been holding back, like especially with the Vatican when it comes to like diamonds and jewels and the real stuff. They've been giving us fake stuff for a while and passing off fake stuff, right, for a while, and keeping the real stuff. So you, like I said, same thing that they do with your meat supply. Same thing that they do with your meat supply and your foods and your vegetables. They processing these fake foods and fake vegetables and stuff now. And keeping all that stuff to themselves. I think they just try to keep people worried when they really don't need to be worried, just to cover up whatever it is that they doing. Yeah, that GMO food shit. One of the masculines, he was sitting there, he had posted like something about like the cereal, how they put plant fertilizer and all that stuff that's in it. And I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness. All I keep thinking about is risky business, working 9 to 5, and how they poison that man coffee. That's all I think about when they were saying the rat poison and all that stuff is in it, and fertilizer. And I was sitting here like, oh, risky business for real. And then they put in all types of stuff in there. They put in beef inside of cereal. And maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I see the good side of them doing some of that stuff, especially, let's say, if everybody's not eating the way that they're supposed to and it's not nutritioning their body. But I don't agree with like the chemicals that they're putting in there. But I can see them putting like, protein in the cereal or something like that to make sure that people have their right substances that they need for their body to be strong when it comes to their bones. I can get that, but still tell the people what it is that you're putting in it, right? I just don't agree with they put pork in everything, and that's why I said pork is a part of creating cannibalism, because it's already tied to a certain race. So they use pork for a lot of things, and pork is automatically something that keeps diseases going and keep you in a brainwashing mentality. So I completely understand that part. But I'm like, you put pork in everything now. Pork is in everything now. And to me, it's ridiculous. Now, if they got to find a way for these kids to eat their vegetables and all that stuff, okay, put it in their fucking candy and stuff, but don't put no damn rat poison and fertilizer and, like all that shit. That shit can stay out the way. But I can see the other stuff. Bread only has 3 ingredients in other countries. You don't know what is in there. Yep, get you sick, go to the doctor, and then they get money off of it. You right. That part you is right about. Eye is itching. Yeah, man, that gummy bear stuff, that hurt my heart. Cause I remember when I removed myself from pork, and I had this craving for fucking gummy worms, and I would get those gummy snakes, and you can, the majority of place that you can find those gummy snakes, those specific ones, is from Walmart. So I was eating the heck out of them. And then once I found out that it was nothing but pork, I felt so lied to. That hurt my heart. That hurt my heart. Like stuff like that. When they do stuff like that, that shit hurt my heart. And I was like, no wonder why they giving this shit to these kids in Halloween and all that stuff. I get it now. It's all a part of a controlling mechanism. That's what they doing. Bioengineered, yep. Bioengineered. That's what it say. Everything say bioengineered. Nothing tastes the same anymore. Yeah, US do, because they got to keep us controlled, because we are the more powerful ones over here. That's a part of them keeping us controlled. We got too many indigenous people over here. They have to. It's a part of slowing down your genetics, keeping you dumbfounded. I ain't gonna lie. When I had that trip, and I went to the cruise, and I went to Spain and Paris and all that stuff, that bacon, and that's when I was eating bacon back then. They bacon is totally different. Like their pork over there is totally different. But the only thing that scared me, because it's like Harry Potter. It looked like Harry Potter shit. But still, they stuff, you could tell the difference. You could tell the difference from their food and our food. It's a huge difference. And if anybody has never went overseas, if you ain't never went overseas, you don't know what I'm talking about. But there's a totally difference on their food and our food when it comes to their grapes, their fruits, and all that stuff. Their cheese, all that stuff. Their meat. I mean, that bacon over there, I was like, what is this? And their hamburger meat tastes different. It's like, everything is different. Everything is different. And then I was so amazed by how their McDonald's and stuff was like, that for their meals, they only give them a little cup. With us, we got big cups. You get a little small size of a cup when it comes with their meals, so they don't give you a big cup. You got a small size drink that comes with all their meals at their McDonald's. Their McDonald's also had other things that you can buy from there that their menus don't have down here. Now, I've been to some states. Like I went to Georgia and went to Atlanta, and they was selling all kinds of stuff on their menu. And I was like, we don't even have none of that shit in Texas at the McDonald's. So that even surprised me. And these was years ago. These was years ago before I changed all my eating habits. But I have got to experience a lot of stuff where a lot of things is different. Yeah, they keep us upset, a beast over here. That's what it is. And they tell you why. When you go over there, they'll tell you that they don't give you large portions because the obesity. He said, Kentucky Fried Chicken is not called Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. It's called KFC because they use test tube chickens. I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put it past it. My daddy worked at KFC for 23 years. He don't work there no more, but he was there for 23 years. He started there before I was born. And he ended up being there for 23 years before he got fired and got let go. I remember KFC used to have the best fucking chicken nuggets, man. Them chicken nuggets used to be good. And then they took that off the menu. They took it off. And that was when I was a kid. Ugh, I used to hate making they potato. I used to work there too. And I used to hate making their coleslaw. That is the most nastiest experience ever. And then they give you those big old plastic gloves, and it's some way, some shape and form. The coleslaw still end up being in them damn gloves when them gloves come all the way up here. It was ridiculous. Ugh, I used to hate making coleslaw at KFC. And they would put their leftover chicken in buckets. Yeah, Kelly, that's some experience that you didn't want to miss. I promise you, you go over there and you'll come back so humble like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna say, because they don't wear Jordans, they don't wear nothing. They wear loafers, they wear a lot of them was barefooted too. They don't wear Jordans. They wear dress shoes, loafers, and sandals. That's what they wear over there. Yeah. Vegetables, all that stuff is nothing tastes the same. Your eggs don't taste the same. None of that stuff tastes the same. Sometimes I don't even want to eat because when I eat it, it don't even taste right. So I'll go without eating the meal because I feel like I'm getting poisoned or something. It's just, if it don't taste right to me, I'm not gonna eat it, and I will go a day without eating and I'll start eating some damn Cheez-Its or drinking my water. I'll find something else to just to get that hungry status out of my stomach. But I will not eat because if it feels like it's fake or something's in it, I won't eat it. Like, I'll shut down. Dang, that's a lot of grams of sugar. They double vanilla shake. I'm sure. What else is in there? Shoot. Yeah, but the thing about it is that when you start growing your own crops, they gonna find a way to fuck it up. They gonna find a way to get bugs invested in your garden. They gonna find a way to get stuff sprayed over your land to mess your crops up. They're gonna find a way to sabotage you. Start sending you false nuts and seeds and all that stuff. That's as far as they go. They will start sending you some false nuts, like not real seeds for you to grow stuff. Because they control everything. That's why when people say, well, they're not controlling me, what I grow. Yes, they are, because I can guarantee you that's not 100%, tomato seeds. That's not 100%, whatever else, that you growing in your back of your yard, that's not 100%. They found some way to give you some false stuff and took your money for it too. Excuse me. Yep. It's just like they want to penalize you for everything. Everything you get penalized for, everything. Everything, everything. I remember when that card came out, it said Divine Feminine is not eating right. Somebody said, yeah, because they over here trying to poison my ass. Oh shit. I was like, you fucking right on that. That's the reason why you don't want to eat nothing, because they over here too cool. They too busy trying to poison you. Shoot. Man, you lived that, Mika. I'm glad you survived. That's a survival story right there. Soldier. Soldier right there. I don't think that you need it either. I think it's a part of mind control. Well, there's a man, I don't know, I was watching something like the Guinness Book of Records. This man haven't ate in over 30 years. All he do is drink water. Like he ain't, I think it was 30 years, over 30 years, he ain't ate nothing. And all he do is drink water. And his metabolism is still strong. He still get up every day in the morning and go fishing. I think he was like I think he was a Filipino man. And he was in the Philippines. And I was like, wow. I said, okay. Yeah, forget them doctors. Them doctors, all them doctors do is see a paycheck. That's all they do is see a paycheck. And how can we diagnose them this so I can get this money and, write it off on my taxes? Or what can we give them to make them experiment on this Dr. and Jekyll and Dr. Hyde drug and experiment that we over here doing on the sideline? That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. Yeah, they the biggest fucking drug dealers in the whole wide world. Yeah, I don't trust them doctors. I hate when my kids gotta go somewhere to the dentist, to the doctor. I hate when I have to go in that place because they know I don't fool with them at all. I don't trust them motherfuckers. They can't get mad at me too because it's too many proven documents. Like don't try to sit here and try to get me for anything when it's too many proven documents on what these people been doing. That's why they don't mess with you. When you throw that back in their face and say, well, all I got to do is look up Google. And Google going to tell everything. They the whistleblowers. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you got to do. Once you start throwing back those facts at these people, they start looking at you like you stupid. Now they don't want to talk to you. Now they don't want to deal with you. It's not, it's the, you love the people that's inside the hospital, not the hospital itself. Shit. It's the people that's inside the hospital that makes the hospitals great. It's not the hospital itself. Yep, the energy in hospitals have been off for a while. Because they always got the church symbols in there. Shit, you walk in there, bro. Then people don't understand that the cross is just a horrible symbol to trap a soul and a spirit. They don't get it. Go into the chapel. Yeah, I'm not. I ain't being in there. Like I said, the only way they gonna get me back in the hospital is if something happened to me or if I'm getting pregnant. Other than that, that's the only way that I'm going back in that bitch. Other than that, I'll continue to use my stones, start looking up certain things to help me with certain stuff, and wear them bitches, and do it the old school way. Yeah, they be lying, bro. They be getting people. Like, just imagine all the money that they got from just people from that corona stuff. That shit was, they was just tagging everybody as corona. Died of corona, died of corona, died of corona. How much money did that hospital make off of those people? A lot. They said some places it was $100,000 per person that they got paid to turn them as COVID. So just imagine the come up that these doctors got. I hope all the stuff that they have done to get money like that, I hope they put in that money over there in the bank to pay these indigenous people that the money that they owe us. That's what I hope these motherfuckers is over here doing. But you don't never know. I hope that's how they being smart when it comes time when they need to start paying all these families and this us gods and pharaohs when the time. I hope that's what they've been doing, taxing everybody so they can pay all the money that's back to be due. But you know, hey, you don't never know. Yeah, I hate when they mix pagan religion with spirituality. It's three different things. And I hate when religious people say they spiritual. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because if you spiritual, you wouldn't be calling on nobody else but yourself. You ain't calling on nobody else that you can't see, your sky god. You ain't calling on them motherfuckers. They ain't even got no cemetery or erasing place, but you calling on them. But anyway, I ain't gonna say nothing. A spirituality is I am. I am. It's a totally different mentality, and I hate when they use it. That's why it's so confusing. That's why we still stuck, because they use certain terms that don't have anything to do with them. Once they found out the power that spirituality hold, that's when they start cross-referencing. I can't stand when people do that. Don't do that. You say you a God, why you still calling on Jesus? I can't. You contradicting yourself, homie. You still keeping yourself, you still keeping your soul and your spirit trapped. I just look at them and roll my eyes. You still confused. You ain't on my level. You act like you on my level, but you ain't on my level. You still mentally trapped. And all that stuff, like I said, that J word is it's a soul trapping word. It's a soul trapping word. That's why it's everywhere. That's why there's a church on every block here. It's all a symbolism. All you got to do is see it, and all you got to hear somebody say it and read it, and it's gonna decrease your level of frequency. And when people find out that Lucifer and Jesus is the same person, they gonna shit bricks. Like I said, people don't know nothing. All they know is what people taught them. But the devil and Lucifer is two different things. It was to manipulate his energy so he can keep his bloodline trapped. But people don't want to talk about that. And it ain't never the devil, it's you. That's the pill and the swallow. That's the hard pill that people don't want to swallow. They don't want to consider themselves as evil. They don't want to consider themselves as the one that's doing wrong. They don't want to consider themselves as the one that's thinking negative. They don't want to consider themselves as the one that's them doing wrong. They always want to blame it on somebody else. Point the finger over there to make it least to get me out the fire. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. It's you. Nobody else. Just imagine when all the truth come out about the religion stuff. Watch how these people run. Watch how they hide. Watch how they ain't gonna say nothing. When that day come, when all that stuff hit and all the truth come out, watch how these motherfuckers scatter like roaches. They ain't gonna know what to do with theyself. They ain't gonna know what to do with theyself. You can't get me to trust. You can't. The who? You honestly think that a man that have that much power will allow you to be in poverty and for you to get raped and molested? If he was that powerful, you don't think that he would be saving folks? Come on now. That whole game is a lie. It's a lie. It's a manipulation to control the mass. And you part of the mass that's getting controlled. Come on. Yeah, churches is sexual human trafficking tunnels all up under them. That's why that's why there's churches on every blocks, through the school system to the church houses. They trafficking kids underneath it. What's so righteous about that? That's what that is. That's nothing what that is. That's all that is. Keeping your soul trapped in something that's never going to happen. Because it's made up stories, rewritten stories when it comes from the real person that the name come from. Rewritten his story, used his energy, manipulated his bloodline. Because again, if it was not for Lucifer, we wouldn't even be here. When him falling in love with Lilith and having them kids, we would never be here. But see, like I said, they don't want to talk about that. And in that Bible will tell you they will, what did it say? They will betray you. Who is they? They will betray you. Even though you want to come up with this new bloodline, they will betray you. And you fucking right. That's what they did. Yeah, it's a prophecy, and it's a prophecy, and it's their interpretation of their story on how they took over the Egyptians and the people that was here before them. It's their interpretation of their own story. That's what people don't understand. That's the reason why they killed your ancestors, said you better learn this book and worship this book, because again, that was not even your bloodline that they was talking about in that book. Come on now. Your ancestors didn't have no Jesus, no church house, none of that. Threw it in y'all fucking face. Let's run that shit back. Let's run it back. Then they cover up the things that your ancestors was worshiping. They got a fake moon, they got a fake sun, they got a dome over here to cover up everything that they know that was running off a frequency to help you to gain your powers. Like I said, all this is an illusion. But they don't want to talk about that. That's why I can't stand a religious person. That book contradicts itself too many times. Until you can pull out one of them motherfuckers out of a grave, just like they pulling out King Tut and my ancestors, you can't tell me shit. Take me to one of their graves. All you see them pulling out in these damn tombs is Egyptians. Take me to one of them Bible people's graves. It shouldn't be hard because they was here after them, right? So anything that they was laid in, it shouldn't be hard. It should be still standing because they was here after them, right? They was here after the Egyptians. But you pulling up tombs that been here ancient years and years and centuries ago. Where is these people that's in these Bibles? Where is their gravestones at? Cat caught your tongue? So I said, I ain't got time for them motherfuckers. None of them. They all their names got changed. Every name got changed. Yep, Jesus was a slave ship. The ship that they brought the 20 of them motherfuckers over here that said we all Africans. No, it was only 20 y'all motherfuckers that came into this port. Like I said, they don't want to talk about this shit. That's why I said, bro, a lost cause. A lost cause, a lost cause, a lost cause. A lost cause. Yeah, Arizona, Texas. Remember, Texas was all that. Oklahoma, Nevada, Arizona, Mexico, all that belonged to Texas before they put the motherfucking invisible lines in it. Stop forgetting that, y'all. Stop forgetting this is why I can't stand people. Y'all so roo rah rah for the school system, but y'all forget what they taught you in the schools. Y'all forget what they taught you in the schools when they put them invisible lines to create these states. What was all tied to each other? I'm not finna be brainwashed for you, nor be stuck for you. I can't. I'm an 80s baby, Bo. I'm an 80s baby. They try so hard to sit there and brainwash us. He even gave us diseases to slow us down. Come on now. Shit. After they did the fucking Tuskegee Airmen, they said, okay, we got to hit these 80 babies and these 90 babies with all this shit. Chicken pox, all this shit. To slow their ass down. I was sitting there having a conversation with my daughter. I said, our chicken pox didn't look like that. Black people chicken pox didn't look like that. Shoot. She was like, I thought they were just little dots. I said, be shit. I said, we had big boils. We had big boils. That's how you knew that they was putting stuff in your shot. It didn't look nothing like that. Columbus didn't even make it to United States. He made it to Hades. It was the second explorer that made it over here. And then he used the Mississippi River to transport all our ancestors from here to Quebec, to Asia, to sit there and get them all the indigenous people so they could experiment and cross-mate over there. Like I said, you can't tell me nothing. Because at the end of the day, when you have a conversation with me, I can guarantee you're going to be underneath the table. He didn't even make it to fucking United States, but we got a whole holiday for this motherfucker. That motherfucker was a rapist and a murderer. Just like Davy Crockett and all the rest of them motherfuckers. Yeah, them shots that they gave us was not to protect us. You didn't need shots. They was to protect us from these other species that came over here to this land. Now let me shut up. Let me go ahead and end this. I don't want to talk about nothing else because you know what? People don't like straight faction. Y'all already know I'm blunt than a motherfucker and I was shut this bitch down. So I'm finna end this. I'm gonna come back and we gonna do a reading. Love y'all and y'all be safe.